Hello and welcome back to ManVFilm. It's time for more announcements. This time we have Eureka's October announcements, two titles here, one which looks really good and one which is a complete oddity that I love. So let's dive in and have a little look at the extras that they have to offer here. So first up we have Broken Oath, which is an Angela Mao film. It's released on the 21st of October. A Hong Kong take on Japan's Lady Snowblood, Broken Oath is an action-packed tale of righteous vengeance directed by Zhong Changhua, kickboxer director, and starred the First Lady of Kung Fu cinema, the inimitable Angela Mao. Orphaned and angry, Lotus is raised by Buddhist nuns before she is exiled for her violent ways and skipping classes to improve her martial arts skills. Finding herself alone in the world, she quickly comes to discover the truth of her past, that her father was once a respected member of the imperial court who was murdered in cold blood, and that her mother gave birth to her in a jail cell after being unjustly prisoned for killing one of the culprits. With revenge on her mind and a newfound accomplice in tow, she sets out to track down the men responsible for tearing her family apart, armed with both her considerable martial arts prowess and a nest of scorpions with her to poison her enemies. I mean, the trailer looks pretty great on this one. It's available on Eureka's YouTube page. That really kind of sold it for me, just seeing some of the kind of action that was on show there. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Made in the height of her fame, following roles in Hapkido, Lady Whirlwind, Enter the Dragon, and When Taekwondo Strikes, Broken Oath is one of Angela Mao's very best films, and boasts action choreography orchestrated by Xia Xu and Yun Wu Ping, one of the most respected stunt coordinators in Hong Kong and Hollywood. So it's a limited edition O-card slipcase. We have a 1080p HD presentation of the uncut theatrical version from a brand new 2K restoration. We have the original Mandarin audio and optional English dub tracks. Optional English subtitles newly translated for this release. We have a brand new audio commentary by East Asian film expert Frank Jeng and another commentary by Mike Leader in Arn Vina. Brand new interview with actor Bruce Leung, Patrick Mackay on Lady Snowblood, new appreciation by film writer Patrick Mackay, trailer and a collector's booklet. This one just looks interesting. The action looks pretty great in the story, although something I've seen similar before, looks interesting enough. A quick question for everybody out there. So you have the original audio and you've got the English dub track. What is your preferred version? Now, I know a lot of people just love the original language, which is sometimes what I go for. But when I watched these films, it was always that dodgy dub track that I saw it with. So that kind of brings that nostalgic back to me. But I'd love to know what version you watch. Now, for the oddity that I do love, and that is Tank Girl, which is out in the 28th of October from 1995. Brought to the screen by the director Rachel Talalay and starring Laurie Petty. In its title role, Tank Girl is a slice of post-apocalyptic science fiction and a bona fide cult classic, adapted from the hit comic strip created by Alan Martin and Jamie Hewlett. The year is 2033, and the people of Earth have been suffering through a drought for over a decade. The planet's water supply is now controlled by megalomaniac businessman Keasley, the owner of Water and Power Corporation. But in Australia, at least, there is a resistance. If Keasley wants to take control of the last water well in the outback, he'll need to contend with the Rippers, mutant hybrids of human and kangaroo. And Rebecca Buck, alias Tank Girl, a woman with a tank, a bad attitude, and a determination to rescue the world from the brink of oblivion. First published in British comic magazine Deadline in 1988, Tank Girl began life as a comic strip before becoming a cult phenomenon in the 1990s. In 95, the central character starred in a new run of stories under DC Comics' Vertigo imprint, and this big screen adaptation, which formed one part of the boom in comic book movies that also included The Shadow, Judge Dredd, and The Phantom, Eureka Classics is proud to present the limited edition of this Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. Limited to 2,000 copies, it has a hardbound slipcase featuring new artwork, a limited edition 60-page collector's booklet, 1080p presentation. We have 5.1 DTS and LPCM 2.0 audio, English subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing, not a bedtime story, a new interview with artist Greg Staples on Tank Girl from page to screen, audio commentary with director Richard Talley and actress Lori Petty. Girl, You Want a New Appreciation of Tank Girl with film scholar and fan Lindsay Hallam. A plethora of archival interviews with cast and crew, making Tank Girl a 1995 featurette and a theatrical trailer. More to be announced, all extras subject to change now. I discovered this late in the 90s. It was one of those movies that just spoke to me. It was so weird and out there and very comic bookish and silly and over the top, and I just loved it. I thought Lori Petty was terrific as Tank Girl. I thought that the kangaroo human hybrids were just bonkers, especially as one of them was played by Ice-T, which is just crazy. It looks very different. It's its own thing. I can't wait to see this. There was another release in a different region, which I thought about getting, but thankfully Eureka have sorted me out here, and I cannot wait to get Tank Girl. It's just a strange oddity. Film I love. So, what do you think of these titles? Broken Oath, Tank Girl. Is there anything here that jumps out at you? I know the previous month from Eureka, we've got that fantastic silent set that's coming out, and it feels nice to have some kind of just pulpy films to follow that up with, because I feel that's going to be like a heavy month previously, and I can't wait to revisit Tank Girl again. So over the top, so silly, so colourful, vibrant, and just out there. My kind of thing. But I want to know your opinion. What do you think of these releases? What really makes you go, yeah, I want that? Are you picking any of these up? Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, and manvfilm.com, always in which you could support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.